Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Nosh, and we have a quick message. Hopefully, it's a quick message. Um, I just wanted to encourage people out there to keep walking away from things that no longer serve you. I feel like that I think I need to remind some people to remember to take your energy back from certain situations, certain people, certain feelings, and remember to call back your feelings, call back your power, call back your energy, and whatever feelings that are not yours, send them back to their original to the original owner. Meaning, whatever, basically say whatever I am feeling right now, if it does not belong to me, I send it back to its original owner. So that means if you woke up feeling a certain way, and it's making you feel like, oh, this is not me, I don't normally feel this way, you most likely don't. Someone's probably projecting that feeling onto you, because unfortunately we live in a world where people like to project their feelings and their thoughts onto other people. As I'm getting older, I figure this always existed in this world where people, there's some people that are good, there's some people that are bad. But the sad thing is that since everyone has their own opinions and their own feelings, I may think someone is bad, but that person who I think is bad may think that they're good. And that's fine. Okay, that's absolutely fine. But that's the type of world we live in, that people do things to others and they think that they're right to do it, that they're justified by it. And I'm just glad that, God is watching. Basically, what I want to say is God is watching. So I feel God, universe, spirit guides, ancestors, these beings know whether we're being right or we're being wrong. Because I'll give you an example. If someone wrongs you, you have every right to believe that they wronged you, they did this, they did that. But now when you go to take revenge, that's what I'm a little, I'm not for the revenge. I'm for the type of revenge where I'm going to cut you out of my energy. I'm not going to want to have anything to do with you anymore. And that's going to be the best revenge that I can serve someone, is simply by walking away from them and just basically not even interacting with them anymore. They don't call me Queen of Cutoff or Queen, the block queen for nothing. And I think more of us need to become like this, that if you feel a certain way about someone, or if you see something that someone is doing and it doesn't sit right with your soul, it doesn't sit right with you, cut them off, block them, tell them, I don't want to speak to you anymore. And then move yourself away. Now, this could be family, this could be friends, because at the end of the day, to be really honest with you, it's you that matters. So if someone is causing you pain, someone is bringing up the past and the past is causing you pain, someone is bringing up something and all in all, it's not bringing you peace, it's bringing you pain, cut that person off. All right? Bottom line, cut them off. Because there are people in this world that love to pretend to be the good guy. Okay? If you know, you know. There's people in this world that love to pretend to be the good guy, and they try to make you to be the bad guy. This is what I say to that. Fine, I will be the bad guy then. I will be the villain of your story if you need me to be. And you can do the same thing. If someone is painting you as a villain, someone is projecting things onto you, you know what? Be like, okay, fine. But on your side, cut that person off. Think about it for a second. You ever got a message from someone? You ever talk to someone and they're trying to project feelings onto you? Like, I'll give you an example. Say you're completely done with the conversation or a situation that happened. Someone comes up to you and brings that situation up to you and then talks about that situation and then starts telling you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, you have every right to say, look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I am over this. 9 times out of 10, the person that's doing this to you is not over what happened. So instead of them saying to themselves, wait, I'm not healed, I'm not over this, they look for other people to blame. All right. This is the world that we live in. People will be very quick to blame things on you. People will be very quick to tell you that you're not healed. People will be very quick to tell you that you need to forgive. I believe in forgiving, but I also believe in the type of forgiving that is, I forgive you, now leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, right? Right? I forgive you, now leave me the fuck alone. Tupac said this, and I highly respected Tupac. As a teenager growing up, I listened to Tupac. I always looked up to Tupac. And there's one thing I really loved about this man. He had once said, I don't care whether you eat or not. Matter of fact, I want you to eat. You just cannot eat at my table. Meaning, I really don't care what you do. Just don't do it over here. Meaning, I'm not saying that I don't want you to eat anymore. I'm not saying I don't want you to do this anymore. No, do whatever the fuck you want to do, but do it over there away from me. That is called taking your power back and your energy back. This way, you don't even wish bad upon your enemies. You don't wish bad upon your ops. What you're doing is you're simply telling them, stay your ass over there. I'm going to stay over here. When I was growing up in school, this is a true high school story, okay? I'm going to give you a high school story. There was this girl who didn't like me. And I remember one day coming to school one morning and getting called into the principal's office. I think this was sophomore year for me, so 10th grade. And if she's listening to this video, hi girl, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for listening to watching and listening to my channels and stuff like that. Thank you, I appreciate it. Even your support, I appreciate it. So I go to school one morning, my sophomore year, and I get called to the principal's office. Well, first I get into homeroom, and my friends are telling me, yo, did you say you were going to beat up such and such? And I said, no. Oh, well, she told the principal that you don't like her and you want to beat her up. And I was like, what? And I was the type of person who didn't even fight in high school. Now it's a different story. I didn't fight in high school. I didn't care. I stayed really quiet. People said what they wanted to say to me, and I really didn't say anything back. People used to have a lot of jokes for me in high school. So all my high school people that are watching, because I know you're watching. I know you're watching. People always watching, okay? Hey, guys, what's up? Yeah, now I have a voice. I speak up for myself now. Well, in high school, I was a little different. I was a little introverted, where I was afraid. I was embarrassed. I was scared to speak up for myself. So I had people who used to throw a lot of jokes at me, used to make fun of me, always had something sarcastic or something snide to say to me. And I used to just look at them and I used to just be like, hey, yeah. I used to just laugh it off because sometimes I honestly didn't get it. I didn't get where they were coming from. You know what I mean? I had strict parents growing up. So my parents were basically the type that did not let me walk around anywhere. So I literally lived a few blocks from my high school, and my mom used to make it a point to pick me up and drop me off at school. And these people in high school that I went to high school with, right, my fellow high school students, used to make fun of me and say, oh, Nosheen, you're such a baby. Your mom picks you up and drops you off at school. And during that time, I used to be like, yeah, you're right, you know, whatever. But they were clearly making fun of me and trying to say that my mom would not let me walk, right? Walk to school. I lived in a very ghetto area, okay? I lived in a very ghetto area where we had drug dealers outside. We had so many, crimes happening. And my mom wanted to make sure that I was safe. When I was 14, 15, 16, I didn't understand it. But now, being 41, I totally understand why my mom was picking me up and dropping me off. Hell, if I had a child today, and if my child was going to the same high school that I went to, I would pick my child up and drop them off. So joke's on you guys. This is why I'm not even talking to any of you in this lifetime. In this present moment of life that I'm living, I don't even talk to these people anymore. I don't even respond to them on Facebook because they think I have forgotten the jokes that they used to make, right? But you see what I did? I didn't pretend to keep them around. Once high school was over, it was over. And you know what? I'm being really serious. I have Facebook. A lot of people try to reach out to me. I ignore them and I block them, okay? Because there's some things that you let happen, but you don't let them happen again. And I'm sorry, people who are children, right? Children who are assholes grow up to be assholes. Always remember that, okay? You ever remember those people in school that used to make fun of you or used to bully you? What are they doing now? Who are they now? They're the same pieces of shits that they were when they were younger. They're just a different version of them. Okay, always remember that. When you see someone who acts like an asshole, just remember that this person was also an asshole when they were a kid. Once an asshole, always an asshole. That's why we say that. But anyways, so I go to school one morning and I get told that this girl told the principal that I want to beat her up. I want to fight her. So right then and there, I get called into the principal's office. You know, intercom goes on. Nosheen, report to the principal's office. Nosheen, report to the principal's office. And my ass, who never ever gets called to the principal's office unless my mom is here to pick me up or or to take me somewhere, get called to the principal's office. So I go to the principal's office and I'm like, hey, hi, how's it going? And they're like, did you say that you were going to beat up such and such? I said, no. And they're like, well, she said that you're telling everybody that you're going to beat her up. I said, I don't even fight. Where do you have in record that I fight? Where do you have in record that I even speak loudly? So why would I even say that? So they bring her into the office and they ask her right in front of me, did Nosheen say that you were going to, you said that did Nosheen say she was going to beat you up? And she looks at me and she goes, no. And then now the principal's looking at her like, well, then why did you say that? So I said, ma'am, not everybody is meant to get along in this world. I don't get along with this individual, and I'm okay with that. Me being 14, 15 years old knew that shit back then. I seem to amaze myself. Me at 14, 15 knew this. And I said to the principal, not everyone is meant to get along. Her and I, the person and I, don't get along, and I'm okay with that. I can avoid her. But this right here, making up lies and making up scenarios and trying to get me in trouble, that's what I don't like. So the principal basically said, okay, this happened now. Don't let it happen again. And basically told the other person, listen, when you see her come down the hallway, go the other way. And she told me the same thing. When I see her coming down the hallway, go the other way. Moral of the story is people will make up lies about you just to make you look bad when they feel like they can't get to you. This individual in high school didn't like the fact that I blatantly used to ignore her walking past her, did not care the snide comments that she made about me. I didn't care about what she said to other people. So what I did was, at that young age, I didn't care for her. And a lot of times we forget to do that as adults. As we become adults, we forget these superpowers that we have. We used to be teenagers, guys. Do you remember teenagers? Teenagers don't give a shit. Okay? Remember? Teenagers really don't give two fucks. They say how they feel. They do what they feel. They don't care. I say, be like teenagers. Don't care. Have that strength. Have that confidence. Like, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to talk to me. You don't want to be in my life, you don't need to be in my life. I personally don't care for you. Say it and live in it. Stop pretending to be nice to these people that you know are manipulating you. You're not going to get anything out of it. Or you ever wake up and you just had a conversation with someone or an argument with someone, and now 3-4 days later they're messaging you, things like, oh, you should forgive and this and that. I'm not talking to you. That's me forgiving you. You know what I mean? I'm not talking to you. We had our argument. I moved away. You see me texting you. So why are you texting me? Why are you getting in contact with me? There is no reason for us to talk anymore. I said what I said, right? But these are the types of people that you need to be aware of. I call these people habitual manipulators. These people literally wake up every single morning thinking of ways to destroy you, thinking of ways to how to bring you down. But what's going on? Because you're going to be like, well, what does this have to do with me and tarot and astrology? Oh, it does. I could tie it into astrology very well. So what this means is, moving forward, Saturn in Pisces, I was going to bring astrology into this. You know it. Moving forward, Saturn in Pisces is teaching us to get out of that illusion where you think people are your friends. Those people who are not your friends, those people who are not for you, are starting to tell on themselves. Little by little, if you're speaking to someone and you wanted to know if this person was for you or not, just talk to them. Their energy will tell you everything. I was literally talking to someone a few days ago, I think it was. And I was talking to this woman, and she was telling me how she's completely healed. She doesn't care about the past. And, she's doing really well where she is in her life. And I said, that's very good, very good. And then somehow we got on the topic of her family. or what happened with her and her family in the past. And she was so quick to say, oh, they did this, and that to me. And I'm on the phone and I'm thinking to myself, she just said that she's healed. She just said that she forgave everybody. When you're healed and you forgive everyone, you don't even talk about them anymore. When you're not healed and you're not in the moment of forgiving them, you talk about them. You remember everything that they do to you. This is the beauty of being healed and forgiving someone. You remember what these people did to you, but you don't care to talk about it. You don't care to give it attention. Somewhere in the back of your head, you know, because this is what happens when this person comes back into your life and they want to reconnect with you, right? You can remember what they did. And you can be like, wait a minute, you stole $5 from me. Yeah, no, hi, how's it going? Stay right there. I'm going to stay here. No. I'm just saying hi. Me, personally, I don't even say hi. I just keep walking and act like I don't know you. Because at the end of the day, again, people only change because they want to change. Some people get upset. Right? Some people get upset because they got caught. Some people ask for forgiveness only because they got caught. If they would have never gotten caught, they would not ask for forgiveness. Understand this very well. Some people truly are hurt and feel regret and feel remorse. But there's some people in this world that only feel regret, the regret of being caught. The remorse of being caught. But there are some people who regret what they did to you because they see how much it hurt you. And they finally understand, oh, wow, I actually care about this person. I actually love this person. Why am I hurting this person? Most people out there are only regretful because they got caught. If given the opportunity to keep going at what they're doing or keep doing what they were doing, they wouldn't have cared. They would have kept doing it. Meaning, if someone is stealing $1 from you every single day and they get caught, they're going to be regretful that you caught them stealing $1. If you would have never caught them stealing $1, they would have continued stealing $1 from you. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, I'm over here explaining, right? What I'm explaining is, be on alert. There's a lot of people that want to come back for your forgiveness. But the only reason they want to come back for your forgiveness or even help you heal is because shit is going down in their life. A lot of people fucked you over and now they're having to pay back the piper. Okay? People always forget that when you do something, there's always a consequence to it. There's always a reaction to what you do. There's an action and there's a reaction. There's a move and then there's a consequence to that move that you make, because the move that you made caused a ripple somewhere else. Now, depending on the move you made, if it was a move of love, you're going to ripple back love. If it was a move of hate, you're going to ripple back hate. If it was a move of tenacity, of danger, of hate, of violence, of jealousy, you're going to ripple all that back to yourself. Okay? Because whatever we do unto others always comes back to us. That's why we say, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Treat people the way you would want to be treated, because it's going to come back, believe it or not. If there's something I can promise you, karma is a bitch, okay? Actually, I like Karma, so I'm going to stop calling her a bitch. I like you, Karma. Thank you so much for everything that you've done so far. So what happens is, when you treat people a certain way and you knew you treated them bad, now all of these things are happening to you. Things are falling apart. Things are not going your way. You're miserable. You're lonely, whatever the case, etc., etc. You try to look for that person. It's only human nature to go look for that last person that you hurt or that last person that you fucked over and be like, look, I'm so sorry I did this to you and blah, blah, blah. You're not doing this for forgiveness. You're doing it to stop your karma. And that is fucking sad. That's what I say. You got caught. That's why you're mad you got caught. And now you want to try to rectify things. You want to sew in those holes that you created. No, you created them already. And even if you ask for forgiveness, even if you now try to heal this person, it's already been written against you because God saw it. The universe saw it. So the best thing to do is, moving forward, just be good to people. Move yourself out of the way and just think of it this way. how would I treat this person? How would I feel if I got treated this way? You know, there's something very hard to do for certain individuals is walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Like for me, psychologically speaking, why do I love the villain? Why do I love the anti-hero? Is because I know what the anti-hero and the villain had to go through in order to become the villain and the anti-hero that they are. Me personally, I'm considered the villain in some people's lives. Believe it or not, people don't like me. People hate me. You're like, wow, really? Yes, really. Why? Because I don't care. I tell you how it is. If you're doing something that is hurting me, I'm going to say it. Yo, you're doing this and I don't like it. The reason why I'm like this now is because I was too busy trying to be the hero when I was younger. And one thing I learned about being a hero is that when you're trying to be the hero, you can't speak up for yourself because you're too busy speaking up for other people. You're too busy trying to show the world that it's full of love and this, and that. But unfortunately, I am so sorry to tell you, we don't live in a world where people are sympathetic and people are compassionate and people are loving. So you have to take care of yourself. That's why I say those that are compassionate to you, be compassionate to them. Those are assholes to you, be assholes to them. Don't open up your house to people that you know are going to steal from you. Close the door in their face. You stole from me once, you're not stealing from me again. Those people that manipulated you once, don't let them manipulate you again. Become the villain in their story. Because you know what the narrative is going to be then? Oh, I call her and she doesn't answer the phone. Well, why do you call her? Because I need a ride. Why don't you Uber then? Oh, no, she can give me a ride, then I don't have to pay for it. You see how this person is using you? Block them. Every time this person calls you for a ride, block them. Every time this person calls you for money, don't answer. Every time this person calls you with some type of a headache, don't talk to them. And you do the same thing. Don't call people for when you need something. You know those people that only call you for when they need something, or they call you to be nosy about something, to see how you're doing. The only reason they want to see how you're doing is they want to see if the spells work that they put on you. If you have a little bit of an inkling that someone is doing spell work on you, or someone is giving you bad energy or bad juju or whatever it is, you will feel it. Okay, you will feel it, because I call it the ick. There's certain people that give me the ick. Like soon as I speak to them, I feel like ew. If you make me feel ew, I will not speak to you. I don't want to have shit to do with you. These people get mad. When I cut them off, they get mad because they don't realize that I've already picked up on the feelings that they're projecting towards me. And some people just play in your energy too much. Too much they play in it. And if you're aware enough, and if you're spiritual enough, and if you're in tuned enough, you'll be able to see the patterns. Basically, you will see the footprints of these people. And dreams. Your dreams will show you who these people are. Okay? Because subconsciously you know, but consciously you don't want to believe. So your subconscious will constantly show it to you till your conscious believes it. You ever have a dream about that one person that keeps chasing you in the woods? Yeah, that person really is trying to chase you in real life. Stop talking to them. You have a dream about you fighting with your friends in your dream, right? Yeah, your friends really don't like you. Okay, or it could be your family doesn't like you. Whoever is close to you doesn't like you, and they actually are fighting with you in the 3D. That's why you're dreaming of it in the 5D in a sense. Okay? Whatever you see in the dream realm is basically kind of like mirroring what is going on in your real life, your 3D realm, the 3D realm that we live in, like this right here. And another thing that I want to remind you is every time you feel like that you cannot speak up for yourself, or that you don't want to stand up for yourself, or you feel like you shouldn't do something. I'll give you an example to make it easier for you. Like say you're a tarot reader, say you have a channel, you have YouTube or whatever the case it is, right? Hold on, I'm trying to put this up, but I can't. Technical difficulties, guys. I really don't feel like being on camera. Lately, I really have not been feeling like being on camera. And I hope you guys can respect that, because, I don't be feeling like putting my face on camera lately. I just don't feel like it. When I do, I do. When I don't, I don't. Don't worry about it. I just don't feel like being on camera. But I still feel like I want to get this message out. Because last time, this is what used to happen to me. Oh, this makes a lot of sense. I'm going to tie this story in with what I'm trying to explain to you. So Many times I used to feel like, oh, if I have to put a video up, I have to put myself on camera. I have to sit there and I have to look presentable and I have to share my message. Recently, what I'm learning is you don't need to see my face. You don't need to see anything. You just need to hear my voice and hear the message that I'm giving out, because the message that people need to hear is the message. The message has nothing to do with how I look, what I'm doing, or anything like that. So I started understanding that, you know what, it's okay. Let me just make the video. I don't have to put myself on camera. I don't have to go through the lens of, doing my hair. I'm a Leo. I have Leo in me. I have Leo placements in me. So, I have to look good. So it doesn't matter about me looking good or not. Just put the fucking video out. Say what you need to say over the video and just put it out. So that's what I'm talking about. When I used to feel that way, that I have to look good and I have to do this and I have to do that, right? I feel like that was a projection onto me, that someone out there in the world was projecting onto me, like, oh, we're going to project it onto her that she has to look good on camera, that she has to put herself on camera in order for her to get her message out. No, I don't. No, I don't. I will sit here and make a video no matter what I'm doing. If I feel called to make a message or to put a message out, I will do so from now on, not caring about how I look, whatever. I'm just going to put up my window so you guys can look at my window and you can hear my voice. So what I'm trying to say is, you have a voice. There's many things that you've been through, and there's people out there that want you not to talk about it. These people will die if you talk about this, because there's so many secrets that you know. And these people are afraid that you might open up your mouth and tell on these people. See that? These people don't want you to progress, to climb the mountain of life and to get to where you need to go. These people don't want you to heal because they know your healing involves their cracking. Oh, can I get an amen for that one? These people know that if you start running your mouth because you're trying to heal yourself, you're going to get them caught. Now, if you're anything like me, I never say names. I never say names. When I tell a story or I talk about someone, I always keep the names out for purposes of, just I'm not an asshole like that. But I will still sit there and talk about, the story. Absolutely. So a lot of times I realized that I was getting projected on not to do videos, not to do this, not to do that. So lately what I've been doing is I've been pushing past those projections. Every time I feel like I don't want to do a video, guess what? This bitch is doing a video. This bitch is putting the message out. Well, I'm not a bitch or anything, but you know what I'm saying. When from the East Coast, when we say this bitch. You know what I mean? I'm going to be that bitch that no matter how much you want me to shut my mouth, I am not going to shut my mouth. I am going to preach. I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm going to let the truth be untold. Untold. I was thinking about BTS's album, The Truth. Let the truth be told. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, you guys need to check out BTS's song, Truth Untold. It's such a beautiful song. You'll love it. Listen to the lyrics, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about, because that song actually ties in to what I'm talking about right now. So, what I'm trying to say is, start speaking up. Stop being quiet. Remember when you were a teenager and how you felt, and you had all that angst and all that anger? You know how you're going to heal it? By talking about it. You will never heal from something if you bury it away. I had someone tell me recently that I need to bury things away, that I need to take the past and just bury it away. When this person was giving me this advice, I said, okay. But inside my heart, I thought, that's the best way not to heal. You don't want to heal? Bury something. Okay? A lot of people do that. A lot of people want you to do that. A lot of people out there want you to bury away what happened to you. Think about that for a second. Everybody that did you wrong wants you to forget about it. Forgive them, forget about it, heal, and bury it away. How do you feel about that? Do you want to bury it away, or do you want to heal? Anytime you bury something away, you're taking away from your healing. This is why people go to therapists, to talk about what happened to them. Most people who bury things away are the ones that are the angry ones. You can't afford a therapist? Start a vlog. Start a vlog. Omit the names of the people that hurt you. Start talking about it. Start putting it out there in the world. That's the only way you're going to heal. Write a journal. Write it down. Have someone read it. Have someone, maybe have a stranger read it. You ever write a journal and then put it online? Again, don't put names in it. If you feel that you want to save your identity or the identity of the people, don't put your names in it. Don't put the names of the people that hurt you or people who did something to you. Everyone has a story. And I think moving forward, Saturn and Pisces, we need to tell our stories. You need to tell your story. I need to tell my stories because people need to learn. Not only are we teaching people, are we helping other people who have been through the same thing, but we're also healing ourselves by doing this. There's a lot of things that are inside of us that we keep hidden, that we don't like to talk about. I think people need to start talking about it. So the message in this video that I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people out there that are afraid that if you open up your mouth, things are going to go sour for them. And I say, go ahead and sing like the nightingale. Go ahead. Sing. Because your song is beautiful. No matter what you've been through, put it online. Let other people see it. And again, if you want to hide your identity, you don't want to say it's you. You don't want to say you were in that position or whatever the case is. You could do that. You could absolutely do that. You could write a vlog about it. You could tell a story about it. Why should we bury these things away? Why should we not heal ourselves? Why? Because these people are afraid that once we start healing ourselves, that they're going to be able to understand that it was them who caused this. Because your haters will watch those videos, you know that. My haters watch my videos all the time. I probably have a hater that's going to watch this video and give it a thumbs down comment. Or give it a thumbs down and write a comment saying, ew, But it's okay. That's fine. As a teenager, yeah, that would hurt my feelings. But as an adult with a teenager attitude, I don't care. I don't care. I'm happy that it bothered you. I'm happy that it triggered you. So start your process of healing. And many people ask me, how do you heal? How do you heal? First method of healing is you start talking about it. First method of healing is stop hiding your pain. First method of healing is stop stifling your cry. Cry it out. Cry it loud and be proud about the cry. Like a lot of people don't cry about it. Cry about it. Please cry. Sometimes when you get that good soul cry, that's how when forgiveness takes place. That's when healing takes place. But if someone is teaching you how to bury it, oh, just let it go and bury it. Oh, just let it go. No. Why? Why? Why would you bury it? Think about it for a second. Even the church people, the pastor tells you, go to God and confess. So say you don't want to do something online. Say you don't want to put a video out. You don't want to do what I do. Because my healing method for myself is sharing my stories with you guys. There's some people that don't want to do that, and that's absolutely fine. So you're going to be like, well, what about those people, Nosheen? What should those people do? Talk to God. You don't believe in God? Go talk to a tree. What I'm trying to say is get it out of your system. Get it out of your DNA. Project it out. Use your throat chakra. Use your voice to get it out of your soul. That's what I'm trying to say. Because it will become poison inside of you. And when it becomes poison inside of you, it will help you rot inside. Why do most people have cancer? Why do most people have these illnesses, these diseases? Because they don't let out what's inside. You have a plant you want to talk to. You got a cat, a dog. Talk to them. At the end of the day, talk about it. Talk to someone. Do not hold it in, and do not think that you're alone, because you're not. If you want to talk to yourself at the edge of your bed, to your ancestors, to your angels, to your spirit guides, do that then. I'm just saying you can make some money off of it if you put it online and you share it with other people, and you also get to help other people as well too. Because believe it or not, whatever you're going through, someone else is going through it too. And someone just probably needs that encouragement, that oomph, that push. Like, oh wait, she went through it, and I'm going through it. I look where she is, and I could do it too. We're all humans. We all have this nature where we try to protect ourselves, and that is one thing you should do, is protect yourself. So by you speaking about it, not only are you hearing it outside of yourself, Sometimes you ever say something out loud and you actually understand it, like, oh shit, now this makes sense. When you say something inside your head, right? And you're like, oh, that doesn't make sense. But say you sit down with a friend or you sit down with someone and you say it out loud and you're like, oh, wait, now I get what that means. You know, it's weird. It's weird. It has to come outside of you and then you can understand, you know, or when you write it down, you get it better. Like if you're reading something over and over, you're not understanding it. But then when you actually start to dissect the sentences and you write them down and you read them back to yourself, you're like, oh, okay, so that's what that means. That's when it clicks in. So sometimes for some of us, it clicks in when we talk about it. Like I had a girlfriend who said to me one day, girl, this guy won't call me back. And I looked at her. I was like, uh-huh. She goes, this guy won't call me back. Yeah, no, screw him. If he won't call me back, then I won't call him back. And I looked at her. I said, exactly. She goes, I was thinking about this in my head. Like, why isn't he calling me back? She goes, but now that I just said it out loud, like, how do I sound? Oh, this guy won't call me back. When do I ever complain about a guy not calling me back? I was like, exactly. I was like, there you go. There you go. I didn't do anything. I was just a pair of ears just listening. So you don't know how many pairs of eyes you will have that'll be reading what you're writing, your life experiences, what you went through. Do it. What you feel that you are scared to do. So it could be that you want to go online and you want to write this story. You want to write this book. You want to get this out of you. You're scared to get it out of you. That is the best time to get it out of you. All right. Now, to my tarot readers and my spiritual people and my people who have channels, platform channels, subscribe, you have YouTube channel, you got TikTok and you got all of that. I've been listening to readings over and over, right? Not over and over, but I've been coming across readings. I sound like a fucking psycho. I've been listening to readings over and over. I've been listening to readings, right? I do listen to readings. Obviously I'm a tarot reader. And there was a few readings that popped up on my, my algorithm. And 3 to 4 of those readings were talking about how if you haven't gotten any views, if people are not subscribing to you, if you feel like your business is not the way it used to be, it's fine. It's about to pick back up. Okay? Because I know there's a lot of tarot readers that watch me. I'm subscribed to a lot of tarot readers, because in the tarot community, we help each other. And the tarot reader that I was listening to, oh my God, she is so awesome. So awesome. What is her name again? Oh my God, I wish I could remember her name. Divine Diva something. And she always has these, oh, my throat just like went down. Diva. And she always has these, oh my God, these evil eyes on her thing. So if it says diva with evil eyes, like, emojis around it, that's her. She did a reading and her reading was so beautiful. And her reading is what inspired this. I'm actually gonna, I want to know who, I'm going to get the name. Hold on. I'm going to find you the name because I want to give her credit. I so want to give her credit for this. Her reading really put things into perspective for me. Well, her reading in a conversation that I had with someone put things into perspective for me. So I was like, I gotta pass it forward. Diva TV. That's her name. Diva TV is good. That's one. Sag and Sun, I love her. I listen to her all the time. Fire Intuition is another one. I hope you guys are writing this down because I don't do this often. Intuitive Goddess 333. These are a few that you can listen to. I personally like them. What was the last one that I was listening to? Yeah, that was a Diva TV. Diva TV's few readings came across my algorithm. And in those, she was basically talking about how these people wanted us not to succeed, right? These people wanted us not to succeed. And what's happening now is we are still going to succeed. So if there was anyone out there who needs that confirmation that if you're going to succeed or not, or if these people are going to leave you alone, no, these people are not going to leave you alone. People do not leave the light ones alone. People do not leave good, I'm not going to use the word good, I'm going to say divine beings alone, okay? I don't like the words good or bad. because anything could be good for someone, but it could be bad for someone. Divine is just completely out of this world. Divine is just like, yes, divine, delicious. So people have this habit, the dark ones, right? The dark, no, I'm not talking about the skin complexion. Dark energy forces have this habit. It's in their nature to always come after the divine ones. So no matter where a divine one is standing or wherever a divine one is born, our dark one is born to bring that divine one down. And it's a power struggle, in the divine's life, the whole time. That's what we call, AKA, spiritual warfare. So here you are healing, ready to be who you need to be. And then you have all these obstacles that are coming into your life. These are what we call, these obstacles are sent by the dark individuals, the resistance team, okay? We're not going to use the word dark in case somebody gets offended. We're going to call them resistance, right? AKA darkness. So as a light one is getting ready to bloom, to shed light onto the world, resistance is going to come in and try to stop that. Okay, always remember that. So if you are feeling that there's ideas that you have, there's things that you want to do, and all of a sudden you feel so good about them, and then all of a sudden you don't feel good about them anymore. You're like, no, never mind. Then people are going to know, people are going to do this and this and that. That is resistance trying to take over and trying to shut you up. I went through the same thing. I go through it now. In the present moment, I go through it, where there's some things I want to talk about and I want to post, but I'm like, no, then they're going to know, and then they're going to know me, and then blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about that. This is when, even this message is for myself too, that I need to stop doubting myself and just post a video. Like this video like this, I wanted to post this a couple of days ago, talking about how, don't let people get in your way. Don't let people's projections make you think that that's you. Don't let people's feelings and emotions make you feel like that's your feelings and emotions. Try it for yourself, call those feelings away and call back your own feelings. So this way you can see were you really feeling that way, or was that someone else? Like, example, you are at work and you're having a grand old time. You're laughing, you're joking, you're happy, you're laughing. Again, you're laughing. You get in the car and you're on your way home. And as soon as you pull in the driveway, you open the door and you come inside, you realize you have a bitch face. You realize your energy and your attitude totally just left your body. You know that happy attitude that you had, that you were just laughing and going back and forth with your coworkers? Like, ha, 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 hee, hee. Now you're home and you're like quiet. What is in the atmosphere? What is in the atmosphere that made you get quiet like that? Who's the energy vampire in that vicinity? I was blaming it on the energy vampire. Like, you're so happy, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as you stand next to someone or you come into the presence of someone else, zip, it's like the air is gone. You know what I mean? The air of happiness is gone because this person is so miserable. I mean, sometimes energy vampires don't know that that's what they do, but most of them they're usually miserable in individuals or individuals who have a lot of resentment, individuals that are not happy. So what they do is they squeeze the life out of you, the light individual, or anyone that's in that happy, high vibrating energy. Happiness and laughing and smiling are high vibrational things. Frowning, I'm not going to say crying, because, well, there's two types of crying. There's the sadness crying, and the soul is wallowing in the depths of darkness, misery type of cry. And then there's the cry of, yay, joy, like I finally did this. I finally fucking got this, Like a lot of you people who finally got married, the few years ago, or when you got married, that joy that you felt, especially if you were trying to get married and you finally get married. Like, I feel like I'm going to cry like that. Like, yeah, I finally got married. Someone finally wanted to fucking marry my ass. You know what I mean? I'm going to cry because it's going to be tears of happiness that someone actually wants to put up with my ass, right? Because we all know how I am. Oh God, I feel bad for the man who marries me. But yeah, so like, you know what I mean? Like, there's different types of emotions behind this. I'm fucking forgetting where I'm getting with this, but okay. So yeah, talking about laughing and crying and blah, blah, blah. So when you come around a certain individual or a certain, a land, a certain situation, a certain place that has the, ability to siphon your energy because you are a light one, or you are a high vibrational person, it's going to suck it out of you because it's like a magnet. You know what I mean? It's going to pull at you and you'll feel it. So what you need to do is you need to keep vibrating high. And I know it's tough. I know it's tough, but that's why I'm making this video, to remind you that every time you feel like you want to frown, not to sound like a 5th grade teacher or a 3rd grade teacher, you know, but you need to turn that frown upside down. You need to laugh at your enemies and the dumb shit that they do. Like, it's been so many years. Leave you alone already now. Get a life. You know, laugh at them. Because when you get angry at them, when you get angry at your op and you get angry at your enemy, you're feeding into their darkness or their resistance. Sorry, I used the D word again. The only D word I want to use. Never. You know, like, you have to get back into that. You know, every time you see that, okay, being around this person is making me feel this way, try your hardest, try your fucking hardest to not be like them. Move yourself away from that energy. Okay, that's what I do, to be honest with you. I just move myself away. Like, I'm not going to sit there and try to overpower your misery. Your misery is your misery. That's your fucking problem. I'm just going to move away. Because you have to remember, they're sucking your energy. So even if you try to project your happiness onto these people, you're going to end up feeling, because you're a filter. Especially if you're a high vibrating person, you're a filter. You take in what's negative and you transmute it into happiness and high vibrating energy, right? So what you're doing is you're going to be working yourself overtime. Now, I know there's some people who want to be the sunshine of everybody's life. They want to be the fairy that goes around throwing fairy dust on everybody so everybody could be happy. I'm not like that. I don't care. My energy is very valuable. My energy is very precious. So if you're miserable and you're an energy vampire, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to detach my energy from yours. You don't need to be eating off of my energy. And that's what you need to be careful of, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you going forward. So these people attach these energies onto you, which make you feel like things that you really would not be feeling like in the first place. So when you wake up and you're feeling sad, first of all, what you want to do is, and I'm going to end it off with this because I got to get going too. This was supposed to be a 5-minute video. This wasn't no 5 minutes. So what you want to do is, like, say you wake up from a dream and now you're feeling so tired. You're feeling so down. Call your energy back. I call my energy back from wherever my soul has traveled to while I was sleeping. Whatever energy that is not mine, I return it back to its original owner. I call my energy and my power back from all the people, places, and things that I have traveled to subconsciously and consciously that no longer serve me. I call my energy back from there. Right? You're about to go into work. And you start dealing with someone who's taking your energy, and you're feeling like, oh my God, why am I talking to this person? The more I talk to this person, the more I just want to go to sleep. Right then and there in your mind, just say, I call my energy back. This person no longer has access to my energy anymore. And then just say, oh, I got to go to the bathroom, and just walk away. Or just tune them out completely. You know, when you tune them out, they can't even touch your energy at that point, because you're not focusing on it. That's why focus is so important, my friends. Focus is so important. Whatever you focus on, you're giving it attention. So if you're focusing on something that is negative, you're giving that negativity attention. And now it's basically coming onto you. Just think about it this way. Negativity is a cloud, right? And the more you notice the cloud, the more the cloud starts getting closer to you. This is going to be perfect for you guys. So if you notice someone who is negative, don't make eye contact. Look away. Just look away, walk away. Because the more you stare at them, they're going to stare back. And then they're going to come closer, and then they're going to want to talk to you. Same thing goes with you guys texting people that are like this. Don't text them back. They texted you, now you're going to text them. Now they're going to text back to you. Don't do it. Okay? Don't text them back. But on that note, going forward, like I was talking about earlier, if there is something that you need to speak about and you feel like speaking about it will heal you, do it. If there is something that you need to write about and you feel like writing about it will heal you, do it. At the end of the day, what really matters is our healing journeys. As long as we're being healed and we're growing, that's what matters. If we stay locked in the past and if we keep the past buried, right, we are not doing justice to our souls. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to reincarnate again, or these situations or these scenarios are going to keep playing out in your life, right? And as I'm saying this, there's the prayer going on. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I feel like that was confirmation. Ooh. All right, guys, that was a call to prayer. I do reside in an area where we have a few mosques around us. That is called the azan. That is the call to prayer for Muslims, basically giving them the alarm, like it's time to pray or whatever. But I'm really glad you guys got to hear that. You got an opportunity to sit through that. That is to be blessed. I look at that as like that's a blessing, and for me to actually be recording at the time that this is happening, this video for me is a blessing to you. And if, like I said, if you had an opportunity to sit through that, actually it's very peaceful. What he is saying in the azan is that it's time to pray, come to pray. We are followers of Prophet Muhammad. God is one, and it is time to pray. So come to pray. Halal salah, halal salah means come pray, come pray. And I'm really glad. I'm really, really happy that you guys were able to see it, to hear that. Yes, like I said, I am Muslim. If no one, knows, but I am Muslim, but I'm very spiritual. I try to tie in my Islam with my spirituality, and from there, that's where I teach you. And, from that perspective. So me being who I am, me doing this message for you guys, and then having the call to prayer, having a confirmation on that, like the call to prayer basically said to me that this video must be published. Number one, because the call of prayer is in it. Number two, the message that I'm putting out, I have a feeling it's going to help a lot of people. So this is what I'm talking about. When you get this feeling that spirit is moving you, God is moving you to put a message out, please, please, please don't hold the message into yourself. This is what I've been doing lately. And this is what I want to correct, and this is how I'm correcting that. A lot of times I don't want to sound like everybody else, but I feel like there are messages that I have inside that I do need to put out there, but because I'm so worried about not trying to be like everybody else, I'm projecting onto myself and onto the help that I can provide for other people. I'm self-sabotaging. So I don't want you to self-sabotage either. So if you have a message, a beautiful, way to guide people, listen, all of us have a purpose. And if your purpose is to help others, please don't be selfish with that help. I've been being very selfish with that, where I've been in my bag. I've been in my feelings, where I feel like I don't want to help anybody. I don't really care, because I've been working through my own, I've been sitting down with my own demons and having dinner with them and understanding what they're trying to do, and me trying to figure out okay, who's going to win? You or me, or are we going to do this together? So through that fight that I'm having with myself, I always tend to, ignore the messages that I get. I always go into this selfish box, and I'm like, nah, I don't care. Everybody's on their own. Nobody helped me when I was going through this. I'm not going to help other people. But the fact that I'm doing this video and I'm putting it out there, and the call of prayer is in this video, this is my confirmation to me that I feel like God is saying me, no, just talk, because I'm right behind you. Because everything that you're talking about, it's going to help people. You've been through a lot, Nosh, and everything that you've been through, you could help other people with that. If other people just listen to, what has happened or whatever knowledge you have, it could be knowledge for someone else. Knowledge is very important. Knowledge is a treasure. Knowledge is more important than gold to me. Okay? Money and gold and all these things, they're very tangible. They're very superficial, but knowledge is something that is spiritual. It's held at a high value. So if there's knowledge that I can help you with, I'm going to go forward and I'm going to try to do that. And today was my first step of doing that, because you don't understand how I've been feeling lately about putting videos out. And I've just been like, no, I don't want to. But I know that I'm feeling that way, and I'm doing that because there is someone out there, or maybe many people out there, that don't want me to open up my mouth. They don't want me to utilize my throat chakra. They've been too busy trying to suppress it. And if this is happening to me, I guarantee you this is happening to someone else. Someone else out there is trying to suppress your throat chakra, trying to stop you from getting out the rage, the feelings, the emotions, in order for you to heal. So please, 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 I'm going to take my advice and I'm going to give you a suggestion. Let's all just speak up for ourselves. All right? All right, guys, I love you. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I felt so good, which is making me want to do more for you guys. But until next time, I love you and take care.